Did you know that depending on if you save the animals or let them die in Super Metroid, that you create two different timelines? Oh, you didn't? Well, then let me enlighten you about my theory of a split timeline in the Metroid universe. First of all, depending on your choice, you will be treated to a different game. Kill the animals, and you get Metroid Other M, but if you instead let them live, you get Metroid Fusion. If you are new to the series or don't remember what happened in Other M and Fusion, then stick around to the recap, otherwise skip to the time code on the screen. Let's begin by dissecting the two games to find differences and similarities between them. Let's start with Other M, as in the linear timeline it comes first after Super Metroid. The story in Other M is that Samus picks up a distress signal to a nearby bottle ship. Upon landing, you meet up with Adam Malkovich and his group of Federation soldiers who are looking into things. Samus joins them and starts taking orders from her old commander as they try to look for survivors. Eventually, Samus learned that the scientist on the ship has cloned every hostile creature on planet Sabbath, including Ridley, as well as creatures who helped the space pirates on Sabbath, like the Key Hunters, you know, those bug creatures. Oh, you thought they were native to Sabbath? Well, they aren't. Either way, eventually the Federation soldiers start dying one by one in mysterious ways, and Samus runs into a survivor known as Madeline Bergman. She tells Samus there's a traitor among the group, which Samus eventually dubbed the Leader. Gee, great name there, Samus. So, you have someone running around to watch out for. Skipping a lot of dwabble, Samus eventually fights Ridley, wins, and Ridley escapes, and eventually we find Ridley getting eaten by a mysterious creature. Samus learns that the Federation have also cloned Metroids, so Samus takes off to Sector 0, where the Metroids are located. On the way, she runs into the bioengineered living weapon known as the Nightmare. After it has been defeated, Samus enters Sector 0, where she meets a baby Metroid. Samus gets shot down, and the Metroid is frozen and killed. When she wakes up, Adam is there and tells Samus about the new feature of the newly cloned Metroids. They cannot be frozen. Samus claims they will be indestructible, despite it being possible to kill Metroids with power bombs. Adam sacrifices himself so that Samus can live, and her final mission from Adam is to enter the inner section of the ship, where we will find the real Madeline Bergman. She tells Samus that the other Madeline Bergman is a clone with the name of Melissa Bergman, or Ambi for short. Ambi spells out Mother Brain, by the way, which Melissa happens to be a clone of. Then you go to fight a Metroid Queen, despite not having the correct conditions to evolve into a queen. After the queen has been defeated, the Galactic Federation shows up when Madeline and Samus are talking with Melissa. Melissa is attacked and goes berserk, and once stopped, the Federation troops kill her and try to take Madeline with them. The last surviving Federation troop from Adam's squad says that they're still in command, and the three travel away from the ball ship with Samus' gunship. Now on to Metroid Fusion. Samus returned to SR-388 with some Federation troops to check up on some weird creatures. The creatures turn out to be mimicked by an indestructible parasite known as X. X infects Samus, and she returns to her spaceship flying next to the Federation ship. Samus passes out and crashes in the nearby asteroid belt. The Federation picks her up, and the scientists surgically remove the X-infected parts, while she gets a shot with DNA from the last Metroid, aka the baby Metroid from Super Metroid, which has become a vaccine. Here we learn that the Metroids was the X natural enemies. Samus is saved, but her power suit no longer exists as it's in pieces, and Samus are given a new suit. Samus later learned that something has gone dangerously wrong at the research station nearby SR-388, and Samus is sent with her new ship to check it out. The ship computer AI starts ordering Samus around on the station, and Samus is told to head for the quarantine bay. Here she encounters the same creature as she did on SR-388, which is still mimicked by the X. She kills it and learns that she can absorb X parasites for health and ammo. The AI tells her to download missiles and make it to the various sectors of the research station. As you take the elevator down, there's a mysterious creature that looks just like Samus did in an old power suit shows up, except it looks like a zombie when the game zooms in on the face. Afterwards, it blows up the door. We eventually learn that each area of the game represents SR-388's creature's needs. We have Sector 1, which represents SR-388's eco-life and cave systems. Sector 2, a tropical jungle. Sector 3, a scorching desert. Sector 4, an underwater area. Sector 5, a frozen wasteland. And finally, Sector 6, which is for nocturnal creatures. In Sector 1, the X has stopped the ventilation fans changing the humidity of Sector 1. Samus has to stop them from doing that. Eventually, we learn that the X can both mimic machines and humans alongside their memories. Samus is also sent to a separate room of the station where it seems like the Edakun and Dakora can be found. Must mean the Federation picked up their ship as they escaped from Sebes. After getting the ice missiles, we see an ominous shadow lurking around Sector 5 in the background of one of the rooms. The ship AI calls Samus back to the ship after Samus has received the power bombs, and while riding the elevator back up from the sector elevators, the power for the entire station is cut. Samus makes it back to the ship, but not before entering a giant freezer, where Ridley is found frozen. The body is destroyed though, as an X-parasite is seen leaving the body. Once returning to the ship, the AI asks about the Dakoras and the Edakuns, which has entered the ship, and it also mentioned it scanned them before letting them aboard. Samus had to reactivate the power to the station, and alongside she finds a plasma beam. The AI is surprised and lets Samus know it was sent but not deemed necessary to use. Samus is sent to Sector 5 once more, and there she learns that the bioengineered living weapon known as the Nightmare has run amok and destroyed huge parts of the sector. She also learned it was constructed by the Galactic Federation. After killing Nightmare, she makes it for Sector 4, where she gets the charge missiles, another upgrade sent but not deemed necessary to have. Samus is sent for Sector 6, where she finds the entrance to a hidden lab, not marked on the map. After breaking inside, Samus learns that the Federation has cloned Metroids and learns that they are researching the different Metroid evolutions. An accident occurs and Samus finds the clone dubbed SIX fighting the Metroids. Samus escapes the lab, which detaches itself from the rest of the station and blows up. The AI then informs Samus about the Galactic Federation's hidden Metroid breeding program, and them breeding Omega Metroids, thanks to a newly found rapid growth program, and that she might be in trouble for disobeying orders. She also learned that there is more than one SIX on the station, despite one already has been killed. Samus escapes the given area, finds the X-parasite that mimics Ridley and destroys it. As she tries to leave the sector, the AI blocks her inside the room and tells her to stay put as the Federation will arrive to collect the X to use as biological weapon. Samus calls the AI Adam and tells the AI about Adam, and the AI suddenly starts acting like Adam. Adam tells Samus to launch the research station into SR-388s, destroying them both in the process. Samus is attacked by the original SIX, wins, and the station is on its way for the surface. Samus runs back to the ship, notices that it's gone, as well as a huge shell of a Metroid. An Omega Metroid hops forward and attacks Samus, draining all of her health. SIX shows up and starts shooting at the Omega Metroid. It's killed and lets Samus absorb its power. Samus destroys the Omega Metroid and the ship comes back to rescue Samus. The ones controlling the ships are the Edakuns and the Dakoras. Now to the theory itself and the evidence that could back up this theory. Let's begin with the beginning of Fusion and the end of Other M. First of all, I doubt Samus would trust the Federation, given they planned on using the Metroids as weapons, as well as erasing all the evidence from the Bold ship. The overall story is very similar, with both games having clones, but from different kinds, as well as both cloning Metroids. The fact that Edakuns and the Dakoras can't be found in Other M is because they were killed in the planet's explosion and not by Samus, so their DNA wasn't on her suit after Super Metroid. They are alive and fine in Fusion, since they were saved when Sebes was about to explode. Samus has no idea what the Nightmare is in the Fusion, which she also should known if Other M and Fusion took place in the same timeline, since she fought it in the Other M. Since it's implied that the Metroid Queen eats Ridley in Other M, you could argue that the Galactic Federation moved his body to the research station in Fusion, but my counter-argument to that is that the X can mimic and copy memories, which it most likely did when it infected Samus and her power suit. Considering you get the screw attack from Ridley X, one of Samus's icon abilities, it proves as a further backup to the theory. Let's not forget that Samus is surprised to find out that the Federation is cloning Metroids in Fusion, which again she shouldn't, since she has already seen it in Other M. Both games has their similarities with both enemies, story and overall station ship design, which would be rather pointless if the two games took place in the same timeline. So in the end you create a butterfly effect, and the trigger point is whether you save the animals or let them die, and you either cause Other M or Fusion to happen. Which is my theory about a possible split timeline in the Metroid series. And let me know if you agree with the theory or if you disagree with it. And let me hear your counter argument to why you disagree. Hello everybody! Thank you very much for watching this theory video about the split timeline of Metroid. First of all, I would like to thank Patrick Peterson, my wonderful Patreon pledger. I should script this, shouldn't I? But kinda want to try a new thing with an outro that's, more unique or, more specified for the video itself. So I'm gonna try to start doing that for now. But either way, if you enjoyed this video, give this a good old thumbs up. And if you want to support me on Patreon, all you can do is press over here. Or possibly here. Most likely here actually. And if you want to see more videos, you can either subscribe by clicking up here, or you can press the master playlist, which will be over here. So again, thank you very much for watching this video, and I hope to see you in the future. See you next mission!